I was just thinking about how we believe there must be life out on other planets. There must be other planets out there in the universe. Shoot, even in the Milky Way galaxy. We're just a speck. Our solar system, our entire solar system, which is gigantic, is huge. It's just a speck in the expanse that's only the Milky Way galaxy, which then is only a speck in the entirety of the universe. I mean, like, if the universe was a beach on the planet Earth, our galaxy wouldn't even be big enough to be even a piece of sand, just one speck of sand, let alone our solar system, would be like not even probably as big as an atom. And then our Earth, and then you're talking about the ridiculousness of the size of our Earth. So, we're very, very tiny in comparison to the entirety of, even just the Milky Way galaxy. We're very, very tiny. Our Earth is extremely small. So, because of the vast numbers of planets and solar systems and stars and everything that exists out there, most scientists would, I think, like astronomers who know all this, would probably agree that the chances are pretty good, in fact, almost like 100% for sure, that there's other life out there, and probably other intelligent life, like similar to us in some ways. Who knows? We've never seen it. So you get to believe, knowing this, that there's got to be other life out there. Of course, it's very far away. So we don't know about it at this point. So what's out there? Obviously there's a lot of stars and other solar systems, definitely other planets. We believe we've already seen other planets through our powerful telescopes. So obviously we can see the stars. They're pretty easy to see. Of course, we're looking as we see them. They're like what we're looking at is way in the past. It's not the present, because the light took so long to get here. Millions of years to get here. It's crazy to me that the light that we're looking at could even get here. I guess if it's traveling through a vacuum, as long as nothing blocks it, it's going to get here. Which begs the question, what didn't get here? There could be a lot of stuff that we are not seeing that didn't get here because it got blocked by something. I guess there's that. So, there's a lot of things out there. And once again, we believe that there's probably life out there, we would assume. So, even in our own Milky Way galaxy, we assume that there's probably life in our Milky Way galaxy, probably a lot of life. The whole Star Trek series is based on the presumption that there is a lot of other life because that's one thing I didn't really understand about the show, the Star Trek episode, Star Trek TV show. They were traveling pretty much only within our own Milky Way galaxy. They weren't traveling to other galaxies in that show, unless it was, by accident, or some super powerful entity threw us, way out there beyond, our galaxy to some other galaxy, and then brought us back. Like in the show Star Trek Voyager, we didn't get thrown to some other galaxy somewhere real far away. We were just sent to another part of our own galaxy. They were sent to the Delta Quadrant. It's like A, B, C, D, Alpha, Beta, I don't know what C is, but then D is Delta. So, it's like you split the galaxy into 4 parts. We're from the Alpha Quadrant. That's where our solar system. That's where our solar system's from. With our sun and planets. That's in the Alpha Quadrant. They were sent to the Delta Quadrant. So our galaxy is 100,000 light years across, from one side to the other. So they were just sent to the Delta Quadrant. And in the show, I think they said it would take 80 years for them to get back to the Alpha Quadrant at full, light speed, full warp speed. But yeah, in the show, when I originally watched the show and I didn't understand, we're just traveling around. They were just traveling around the Milky Way. They weren't traveling to all over the universe, with their warp speed technology, because it seems like it transported you at super speeds, and it kind of did, but it's like not to the extent that it would take you like to other galaxies. It wasn't anywhere near that kind of speed that we're talking about. So that's one thing I did not understand about the show. Shoot, even in the Next Generation, and in a large part even into Star Trek Voyager, until they started telling us that, in the show, that they were taken to the Delta Quadrant. I was going like, well, what's the Delta Quadrant? That sounds weird. And then I found out that the Delta Quadrant is just like the 4th part of the Milky Way. Like they split the Milky Way into 4 parts, and it's the Delta Quadrant. And I'm going like, that's it? They're just that far away? I thought they were like super, super far away. I thought Star Trek, they were traveling all over the universe. But no, that's not the case. That's not what's going on. So like the Vulcans, they were probably in the Alpha Quadrant along with us. I thought they were like, billions of I thought they were galaxies and galaxies and galaxies away, But no, they're just in the same galaxy that we're in. So that just shows you how big the universe is, when traveling just within the Alpha Quadrant of one galaxy seems like a whole universe in of itself, So, yeah, I mean, anyway, the point I'm trying to get to is, okay, what if we get very advanced and actually can, at least kind of start doing what they did in Star Trek and start exploring our Milky Way galaxy. Like we come up with technology like warp speed, and we can actually move around our own galaxy a bit outside our own solar system and see what else is out there, Well, as I've said before, we assume that there are other planets, and pretty much we know there's other planets and other solar systems. So what if we explore these other solar systems, but we don't find any life, other than maybe just slime or bacteria, or pretty much lower life forms. Not like complex life forms like animals, like simple animals that you would find on Earth, like say like insects, pretty simple animals, not even like big like mammals, just more complex than just like bacteria, something, or viruses or something like that. Like just very simple like insects or something. That's about all we find. Or what if we don't even find that? What if we don't even find anything out there? Like we visit planet after planet after planet, but we don't find any life out there. And so, after finding, and exploring hundreds and hundreds of planets, we find nothing. What do we start to think then? Do we need to then change our thinking and start to believe that, well, what if we are kind of special? What if the Earth and humans are unique in this universe? Like the Earth is not a common occurrence. What if the Earth is one of a kind, and humans are extremely special and unique, and there's none other like us in the entire universe? What if that were to be the truth? I don't think it is, and I don't think most other scientists would accept that as true. But at the moment, we don't know. We believe and assume that there's at least other lesser life forms out there, like mammals. Mammals are actually not too dissimilar to us. They just aren't, for what we believe to take as intelligent life forms. They don't control the planet like we do. There are intelligent life forms on our planet. They just aren't like us. Like, we would consider dolphins and whales to be pretty intelligent, even gorillas and chimpanzees, even some birds, to be quite intelligent, but they're just not intelligent the way we are. What if we're finally able to actually explore really, really far distances and find new worlds, and we just don't find any other life forms that are intelligent out there? Or even, what if we don't even find any life out there? Maybe there's very unique circumstances under which life forms, and we just don't know that yet. Maybe right now we think, well, life formed here pretty good bit, so how, we would assume that life forms other places, and it probably does. I'm probably wrong. I'm probably just worrying for no good reason, but we don't know. The fact is that we haven't been out there yet, and so we don't know. So, all this talk about aliens and stuff like that might be totally ill-advised. It might be just big assumptions that don't play out, and there might not be anything out there. So what do we do if that is the case? Do we just give up after a certain period of time and exploration, in the future, once we have made our explorations in say all around our own galaxy and found nothing? What do we do then? Do we move on? Try to move on to other galaxies, the nearest next galaxy, and see what it might hold, and see if there might be life there. If there's no life other than Earth here, do we keep moving farther and farther out to seek out life and new civilizations like they did in Star Trek, Or do we just say, well, I guess that's it. I guess we're the only ones. It might be that at some point we just have to say, well, I guess maybe the Bible did get it right, If that becomes the truth of it, if after exploring we don't find anything else out there alive. Obviously there's other stars and planets and solar systems, but as yet we don't know for sure that means that there's life, because it might not be, but maybe I'm worrying for no good reason. Maybe there's tons of life. Maybe every planet has life on it. At least every planet that's sort of in a, like Earth is in a perfect spot for life. It's like the Goldilocks planet. It's not too close. It's not too far. It's like in our solar system, Earth is in the perfect spot. Venus is too close. Mars is too far. Earth is just right. If we weren't where we were, I think it's probably likely, like if Earth had formed where Mars is, it probably would not have been able to sustain life the way Earth has where it is now. So we're pretty blessed to be where we are. So are there other planets out there in other solar systems that are equally blessed and so can sustain life like we have been able to here on our Earth? Are there other Earths out there? It's like if they're in a different spot in their solar system, and so their environment is a lot different, either they wouldn't be able to sustain life, or the life they do sustain could be very different from our life. There are lots of forms of life on Earth. There's all kinds of different species. There's bugs, insects, there's crustaceans, there's reptiles, there's birds, there's mammals, fish, there's thousands and millions of different species, lots of different forms of life. So even on our perfect little planet that's in the perfect spot, there's still there's numerous types of life forms here on Earth. So it's not just that life forms in one way, and also, of course, different life forms are the result of mutations. So, in mutations, I think I remember them saying mutations arise from, they probably result from different things, but for one thing I think they result from is like radiation, like say from the sun, solar activity that could cause mutations. But there's other things. I don't remember everything that could cause mutations. So anyway, that can cause different life forms and species to develop, I think. So anyway, that's my video. Do other life forms exist out there? And if so, are they intelligent? Yeah, maybe yes, maybe no. We won't know until we go look and, have the capability of doing that. Well, alright. I hope you enjoyed this video, this little delve into the universe. So, have a good evening. Hope you enjoyed it.